And straight after that, we've got Poppy. If you haven't seen Poppy's channel, go and check him out too. He's good for a chat, he's fun, and he makes cool stuff. And straight after that, we've got Poppy. If you haven't seen Poppy's channel, go and check him out too. He's good for a chat, he's fun, and he makes cool stuff.
Hey gang, we're out in the shop and this is what we're going to mangle. Hi, this piece of black steel is the hand wheel for the threading attachment for my shear line lathe. Since I'm converting my shear line lathe to powered threading, this is being turned into a pulley. Get my glasses here. Get my beverage here. Oh yeah. Okay, now. Okay, now, why am I doing it here? If you saw the introduction, all that, to this project, I said I was going to swing my headstock of my lathe 90 degrees, put this in, and use a grinding disc. Didn't work out that way. Sorry. They were just here. I just had those two damn Tommy bars right here. Just minutes ago. Well, Something is rotten in the state of Denmark. Yeah. Now the wind wants to suck the door. Yeah. Well, first of all, you belong right there. That might be why I was getting all this chatter. You're supposed to be there. Oh, good! Damn it! All right, that's stop. Full stop. Fuck. Okay, I stop. I change setup. Hey gang, I think I figured out what's wrong. As you can see, my setup has changed dramatically. Emma. Okay, now, perhaps if I right. Okay, having to use every trick because this is a totally non-standard setup, as you can see. But, as you can see, it is also removing the chips. I wonder. How's that? Okay. Loosen table lock. Crank in another 10. Ah, you see it's cutting nice. Yeah. Readjusting my seating position so I can ergonomically not break my back while I'm sitting here. case there's anyone out there who cares, you know, got a rat's ass to give, I was in the hospital, well, Saturday it'll be 2 weeks. I had all the symptoms of another myocardial infarction. I mean, I've been having lots of them, but I finally got the last one. The straw that broke the camel's back. The cold sweats. And they didn't go away. I was still cold sweating when the ambulance arrived. And I was there 2 nights. As usual, they keep hospitals freezing cold. I think it's because, well, you know, some of them hospitalists look like extras from The Walking Dead. And you know, you don't want the dead to get hot because they stink. That's why they've been requisitioning refrigerator vans to use as temporary morgues. Because when the dead get hot, they stink. This is working pretty good. Yeah, I do believe so. I mean, I'm not getting the chatter that I was. I'm not getting the motor stalling out that it was. Sure, it's going to take a long time. It was going to take a long time the other way. So, no change. Just a different long time. While the poor people sleep with a shade on the light, Poppy's out in the shop making something beautiful. I hope Steely Dan don't sue me for that. I did borrow when the poor people sleep with a shade on the light. The rest is original. Tell you what, Steely Dan, I'll make $1 off it, you can have it. Considering I got 41 subscribers, unless I've lost one. Oh, that gouge is just about out. I changed my setup. I put this part in the 4-jaw chuck on here. And that other mill cutter just would not cooperate. The whole setup was too unrigid. So I changed setup again to as you see it. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to slowly work it until this 1/4 inch end mill gets just below the surface. Just to make sure I went past my starting point. Another 10. As you see, I'm slowly moving the part in this way. I know that's not going to be enough, but at the moment, it's achieving the results I want. When I get half of this 1/4 inch end mill into the surface of this, then I'll start bringing the table out a little bit. But not for too long, because I'm going to have to swap out the end mill for a smaller one. And why am I doing this? Because this V-belt this is becoming a pulley. Yeah. This is going to be the drive pulley on my shear line lathe powered single point threading project. This is the first part I'm machining for it. I figured it's the biggest part I have to machine, and it's steel. Now, why am I making this into a pulley? Well, it's going, like I said, it's going on the drive motor for my powered threading project. And the motor, it's a pinion gear reduction mechanism, right? Little itty bitty gear like so, working on a big one. Slows down your speed and gives you lots of torque. You know. RPMs and horsepower are analogous in this analogy I'm about to lay on you. Horsepower is how fast the car is going when it hits the wall. The torque is how much of the wall it pushes ahead of it. Right? Well, with motors, in this situation, speed is how fast the cutter's going, but the torque, that torque is what determines how much steel is going to chip away and throw across the room. Yeah. Horsepower is great, but if you got no torque, I mean, just a whine. Just a whine. One moment here while I turn on the heat. There. It's getting cold. Yeah, it's getting cold. I mean, it's September 25th. Yeah, September 25th. It's normal for it to be cold at night here. That's about the only thing about this year is being normal. It's cold after sundown on September 25th. Everything else about this year has been totally abnormal. I was turning the rotary table with my electric drill, but that little bit rounded out the Allen portion of this domed head Allen screw. This is working better than what I planned was. Isn't that sad? With plan B you come up with it like that, works better than something you've been thinking on for 4 days. Now, after I get this, to width, I'll swap out cutters for a smaller end mill. I'll probably plunge straight in to depth for that depth. And after I get that end mill to depth, I'll tilt the head that way and then that way, and I'll generate my V shape. Don't you fall. I didn't give you permission to fall off the workbench. If any of you are wondering about the heater I just turned on a couple of minutes ago, I showed you a Lasco heater, the tall one, last year in one of my videos. I shot it in the living room. Well, since then, it went into surgery. I chopped off its legs. There's this fly here that wants to die. Little thing just will not leave me alone. Did I get it? I don't think so. Just adjusting the camera angle. Figured someone may want to know, am I actually cranking it by hand? Yeah, I'm actually cranking it by hand. Any of you wondering why it's taking so long for me to get this 1/4 inch end mill, 1/8 of an inch into the periphery of this wheel, think about it real hard. I'm not plunging straight in. I may be a couple of degrees off of couple of degrees off of perpendicular. Fly, will you go somewhere and die? Little buggers like you are why I let Daddy Longlegs live in my house. I was having a lot of fun. You saw in the earlier vid. I'm not going to edit that out. It's just going to go on in front. Let y'all see just how much fun it can be in the shop when things aren't exactly perfect. I was thinking for a little while of getting the fusible rubber belt material that they sell for jeweler's lathes. Nah. I mean, when I was a teenager, I had a Unimat lathe like that long, cast iron, tool steel, made in Austria, and it had these round rubber dry belts. I had the original until it went snap. It was a 1960s vintage Unimat. The one just after they'd gone to the new motor that didn't need 2 step downs of pulley, 2 pulley step downs for the mechanical advantage. and it was before the SL. Okay, so it had like the modern motor, and the only thing that really changed on the SL was they added a little feature to the tailstock ram, so that when you screwed the 3-jaw chuck on, it had a absolute registry stop instead of perhaps stripping out the threads. And a couple tiny little things, you know, purfling little details. I have a feeling I'm going to machine into this threaded hole here where the hand crank knob screws in. But I don't really care. No, I don't. If it gets to be a problem, I'll fill it. In a video or two of mine, I've said that the biggest cause of failure in any shop is rushing into the job without thinking about it. Look at it from all 6 angles. Spank it. Sleep on it for a couple of nights and let your dreams be infested by the blueprints. Right? Then, when you hear the little voice telling you, well, you know, if you want to turn that shaft, you're going to have to do this. That is about the time you're almost ready to start machining. Almost. And look at other ways to achieve that same desired result. Have a plan B. Have a plan C. Yeah, this is cutting real nice. And you see what I'm doing here with my right hand, turning this stupid little crank. That's why I did my reversible variable slow speed feed, power feed project for my shear line lathe. That's working real good. Yep. Oh, damn, my arm hurts. My arm hadn't hurt this much since I was a teenager. Did that hit anyone in the forehead? Not go over your head? No, not you. You! Get off me, bug! Ugh. Ew, about 75. Well, it's not the 125 I want. Well, it seems like this is the last pass moving the table that way. Ah! Okay, now make sure this is nice and snug. crank it the other way for a while. Yeah. Okay, now. Oh, oh, and that hurts. maybe 100, huh? Maybe. Remember, it is a flat point. Wide flat point. That looks... a little more. A little bit more. Did I get you, fly? Why don't you fly away and die? I tell you, flies are a pestilence. They're just like billionaires. Almost 100 deep. Look, Ma, I'm in the Christmas tinsel manufacturing biz. Now, some may be wondering why I'm turning this into a pulley. Well, the reversible motor that I've chosen for this project, its output is like 6 RPM. Now, even for me, that's a little bit slow for single point threading. So, this becomes the driving pulley. When I put this part in the floor jaw chuck, I spent about an hour chasing 0 around. Enough. Enough. A little over 100 deep. Good, good, good. Yeah, here's this one, and it's maybe 170 or 180 deep. So I just saw this hole. One little coil of the thread. Okay, coming around. 2 threads. You can't see them. Looking at my monitor over here, and now you can't see where those 2 threads are poking through. Okay, where? Okay, I know it's in right here. Ah, there it is. Getting good. Getting good. Oh, I see 3 threads. Yeah, I well and truly got into that thread. I've been making 2 rotations for each pass here because it's still cutting on the second rotation. So yeah. Oh yeah, definitely into that thread. Okay, now let's do a little measurification here. Okay, now a little less than 200. 2.5. Okay, that's definitely width. That's definitely to width. Right about there. Now, okay, King Richard. Oh yeah. Crude? Hell yes. Effective? It worked. And now, put you down here. Put you out of the way. Let's see if I can find me an end mill. Well, I know I can find me an end mill. I just want to know if I'm going to find the right size one. That's always the question. Can I find the right size tool? Okay. Hey! Okay. That should be snug enough. Snug enough. Okay, now unlock this one. Yeah. I'm it. Yeah. We'll have a pull. I'd say that's good. There we go. Now, this wants to be 200 deep. Okay. $50. $100. $150. $200. Okay. Refresh my memory here. Almost 200. Quite a ways to go. Quite a ways. Oh yeah, cool. A bit more. A bit more. Excuse me for a minute. I'm gonna go in the house and give away some used coffee. Hey gang. Hey, looky there. That is a pulley. There's the slot. Ain't it pretty? Well, machining on this part of the project is done. So, I've probably been bothering you people for quite a long time now. I imagine I should stop. So, hey gang, I just came in from the shop. I gave away the used coffee and I went out and I tested the belt. You know, just before and looky here. If you can't see it very good, that is what they want you to fit a belt to. The widest point just comes a hair above the periphery of the wheel. I'm good. Tomorrow, I go out in the shop and I take one of those headstock pulleys, and if the guy at Shearline who machined it is watching tomorrow's video, he's gonna cry because I'm gonna do some unspeakable things to it. Yes, I am. Unspeakable. Yeah. Anyway, good night from California.